None of us were prepared for the rising threats of COVID-19 when the first infection was reported in December of 2019. However, astrologers had predicted the beginning of a disturbance in 2020 before the start of the year. Astrologer Pandit Jagannath Jaruji from India claims he had predicted many people losing their jobs and facing financial problems in 2020. Also, he had foreseen many people living abroad returning back to India in 2020, which eventually came true due to the pandemic. Today, we are going over 5 facts on when the pandemic will end, according to astrology. Make sure to watch until the end so you get all the facts. Number 1. The planetary position of Saturn. According to the prediction of 2021, the horoscope has the Virgo and Cancer sign, meaning Lagnesh in the 4th house with the Sun will create an auspicious Yoga. Compared to 2020, this year is going to be a lot better in terms of the economy as well. The economic loss faced globally due to the pandemic will also recover in 2021. 2021 is a Saturn year, but luckily it is also a Jupiter and Mercury year with a good support from Rahu and Ketu, known as the dragon's head and tail. Saturn is in his 5th house, Swagray, in the year 2021. Therefore, the world will soon come out of the ill effects of the pandemic. Jupiter and Saturn met in Aquarius near the end of 2020, which offers us a hopeful vision of the future. In the year 2021, people will feel more enthusiastic and the cases of depression will also be less in this year. Overall, the horoscope of 2021 promises an unprecedented outlook as the world is trying to stand back on its feet after the whole pandemic. Number 2. Karma. You reap what you sow. To put it simply, karma is the action and reaction of an individual's words or actions. Your decisions today will affect your future tomorrow. You can also think of it as debt. If you are in debt to someone, you will have to pay it back or return the favor. Likewise, we have been taking the utmost use of Mother Nature, but haven't been returning any favors. Instead, the evil in today's world has reached its peak. There is too much negative energy in this world. In Hinduism, there is the story of Lord Vishnu coming back in the last cycle of time as a figure called Kulki. Kulki rides a white horse and carries a sword that looks like a comet. With that sword, Kulki destroys the forces of evil. Good triumphs over evil. The world is trying to eradicate evil, cruelty, suffering, and inequality through the pandemic. Mother Nature is not trying to destroy itself, it is cleansing itself while restoring everything from the bottom. Number 3. The planetary position of Rahu and Ketu. Before explaining how the planetary positions of Rahu and Ketu can end the pandemic, let me give you a little insight into these planets. Now, Rahu and Ketu are considered to be the planet of diseases caused by infection. Rahu causes diseases like cancer, breathing problems, ulcers, cataracts, and stammering problems. Ketu is the Karaka, planet of the abdomen. Ketu brings in mysterious diseases, which may gradually weaken the immunity. Also, Jupiter is the planet of life, so whenever there is a combination of Jupiter and Rahu or Jupiter and Ketu, infectious diseases spread which are hard to identify. Ketu had been in Sagittarius since March of 2019. Jupiter's entry into Sagittarius in November of 2019 led to the formation of Jupiter and Ketu. Soon after, the coronavirus became active in Wuhan, China, in the same month and started spreading rapidly throughout the world. Considering the positive influence Rahu and Ketu are predicted to have in the year 2021, the pandemic will soon come to an end. Number 4. the solar eclipse in December of 2019. The solar eclipse that occurred on December 26, 2019 was uncommon as 6 planets: Sun, Moon, Saturn, Mercury, Jupiter, and Ketu united in Sagittarius. This is a rare occurrence, and the negative effect of the eclipse were quickly seen to be escalated. In Vedic astrology, human souls wander around the earth if it dies before the real death time. That includes accidents, murders, and suicides. Nature decided to play with the cycle of birth and death and cleanse itself. On the whole, the coronavirus was revealed when Ketu and Jupiter formed a conjunction in November. After the solar eclipse in December of 2019, the virus became a major epidemic. The beginning of the year was already set to shake things up globally. However, Jupiter is currently in Aquarius, meaning the time is futuristic and concerned with fairness and justice. There is no sign of suffering or diseases. Number 5. Beginning of a new golden age. In Hinduism, there are 4 yugas. So Yuga is basically age, and it refers to a period of time. The 4 yugas, as per Hinduism, are Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. The first yuga is Satya Yuga, also known as the Age of Truth. This was the age of truth and perfection. There were peace and harmony among the people. The second is Treta Yuga, and virtue diminished slightly at this age. Wars become frequent and the weather started changing as well. Now, at the third age, that is Dvapara Yuga, people started fighting with each other and violence could be seen. People also started sinful activities. The last age, which is the Kali Yuga, the one we are currently in, is the age of darkness and ignorance. Knowledge is lost and people have become liars. There are suffering and evil everywhere. I'm not implying that the world is going to end. I'm trying to point out the fact that we are going to enter a new age. If we look at history, the Spanish flu took millions of lives, but we continued our lives despite losing our loved ones. The fact that we had survived the global pandemic made us thankful for being alive. We became more passionate about our work. We appreciate every little thing in life. We met our family when we were on breaks, and we enjoyed every moment as if there was no tomorrow. After darkness comes the light. We are going to be living in a new age after the coronavirus leaves us for good. So, that was the facts on when the pandemic will end as per astrology. Coronavirus has been with us for over a year, and we can't be sure when it decides to leave us. All we can do right now is meditate and focus on our inner self when we have time to spare. You don't want to lose the opportunity that the pandemic has provided. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos on astrology and much more. Check out this video, 9 Traits of Pisces, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.